For dinner today, I'm browning up some ground beef. This is a pan that I just used to cook up sausage. This is some really lean ground beef. There won't be much grease to get rid of afterwards. So I'm just going to go ahead and use what's remaining in the pan while cooking up this burger. Next, I'm throwing in a chopped onion. Minced garlic, one package of Hillshire Farms cheddar little smokies. We're using this random can of pork and beans just to use it up. Just adding it in with this can of Bush's baked beans. And we're going to give this all some time to cook together on low, and then I have a few more ingredients that I'll be adding, including some bacon on the top when it goes in the oven. To sauce these beans up, I'm just going to start with a good amount of ketchup, just some yellow mustard, some brown sugar, I keep leaving pushing the button to turn my camera on when in fact I'm turning it off, and then turning it off when I think I'm turning it. I don't know. I'm not getting it right today. But anyway, if you missed any of the steps here, it's just ketchup, mustard, brown sugar so far. And we like a little bit of heat, so I am doing crushed red pepper as well. And I'm going to try to go a little light on the crushed red pepper. Sometimes my taste buds change up and I don't tolerate the heat as much. Sometimes I really enjoy it, but we'll just do a light dusting of pepper flakes. Get those stirred in. And then I'm just going to turn them down, put a lid on them, and let these little smokies get nice and saturated with the sauce, and then later I'm gonna just put the bacon on top and then pop this pan in the oven. That'll be super easy. I do have some things I need to do today, so I don't want to spend a lot of time on making dinner. This is a great one dish meal as long as you put it in a pan that is oven safe, which this one is. I'm just going to get these into the oven, and here we are out of the oven. And I am having mine on a bun. So one of my favorite things is a hot dog with baked beans on top. So I'm just going to take my little smokies, put them on the bun there, add some of that meat and bean mixture. Couple slices of bacon. Well, if you like seriously sloppy food, this was a good one for you. It's Monday and I'm thinking ahead a little bit about how tired I am at the end of a Monday. I am getting the crock pot out to get a pot roast going. And this is a huge beef roast. Let's hope that it fits in there. So most of the meals this week are going to be pretty much dump and go because of the hand surgery. I'm pretty much discovering that anything that has to do with chopping or opening cans is a little bit more difficult than things in packages or just plain fresh. So I am using my grandkids' little craft scissors and opening up all the packets. I've got 2 brown gravies and a beefy onion. Hang on, it's coming. 2 brown gravies here and a beefy onion soup mix. Now the beefy onion soup is basically like bouillon, beef bouillon. I'm trying to talk, I'm sorry. Beef bouillon and granulated onions. And I am not able to chop a fresh onion right now, so that's gonna do the trick. And since I'm not able to like open the mason jar lid or a can of beef broth, I'm just relying on the onion soup and some water. And this roast is gonna make a lot of juice. There'll be a lot of drippings from it, a lot more liquid. I just want to get some of that down in there. Maybe I should have mixed it up first, but that's how I do things. So like, let's mess it up and then see how it works. It'll be fine. I know it will. I am going into work today, just a half a day. So I'm not adding any potatoes or any vegetables because I'm not sure what I want this to be. I'm kind of thinking that I may just cook up some noodles and gravy and then just do like a beef and noodles. Or maybe we'll do some rice. Just gonna put it on 8 hours on low and dinner will be ready when I get home. Oh my word, this smells so good. The steam is steaming up my lens. Sorry about that. I'm gonna get some noodles going on the stove. I don't like necessarily to make them in the crock pot. I just kind of feel like I need them to be done quicker than it'll happen. If I put them in there at this point, it's 4 o'clock and I don't want to have ooey gooey soggy noodles. And I know it can be done because I've done it before, but I'm not feeling like it'll work today. Just have a hunch. So I have some green beans with some butter on low, and I have some water started for my noodles, and then we're just gonna have a really quick beef and noodles dinner. Well, I think I told you I had a feeling that today was not the day, and oh boy, don't do what I do. I turned on the wrong burner. That's what I did. And then I sat my noodles down, my bags of noodles on the hot burner. So now I have a mess to clean up. And I did salvage about half of the one bag and the whole other second bag, which was about the amount that I wanted to use for this recipe because I have such a big roast. But oh boy, sometimes it's just fun in the kitchen. I'm gonna take this really big piece of fat out. But those little ones, they don't bother us. If you happen to notice, my noodles look horrible, but there's nothing I can do about it now. I don't know. I knew I didn't like this brand, but I also knew I was just too tired to go to an actual grocery store, and I got the Dollar General ones. And I've used them before and hated them, and so I'm not real happy, but it'll be okay. I'm I'm just going to finish getting the rest of the noodles into the pot. It was probably divine intervention that I caught them on fire on the stove and I just didn't listen. I guess I'm pretty excited still about the beef and noodles, even though these noodles look really weird, like they are shredded. Let's turn you around here so you can get a good look. Here's my finished plate, and to, well, finish it off, I'm just adding some black pepper to mine, something I normally would do to the whole pot, but today is just a really off day for me, so I didn't do that. Anyway, that is dinner on a Monday. We did it! There was so much beef and noodles that we ended up having it again on Tuesday for dinner, and I think I took it to work for lunches a couple times, possibly breakfast. Because I'd talked my doctor into letting me go back to work, promising that I would dial it back as needed. By Wednesday, I was pretty whooped and my pain level was pretty high, so Bill gladly picked up some tacos from our favorite Mexican place, and I went and sat down and relaxed for a little while, and so no cooking dinner for that day. Hello, happy Thursday, or what that means for us is it's Halloween today. Today I'm making dinner in my rice cooker. I am just using, I don't know if you can see it, maybe not. I turn it around. The measurements inside of the bowl to measure my water, and the little cup to measure the rice. I'm putting it in a strainer so that I can wash it. And now that I've washed my rice, I'm just going to add that into the pot as well. I'm gonna move my camera for a few minutes because I guess I'm feeling like you guys have had enough time looking at my double chin. But I am just adding some sesame oil into the pot as well. I have some pot stickers or dumplings that I have placed in the steamer basket, so I'm going to set those right inside, like so. Now I have some cabbage and a green pepper. And I'm still not really able to bear weight on this hand, but I do pretty well with this one. So I'm just going to cut off a couple slices of this cabbage the best I can. It doesn't have to be perfect. The same with the bell pepper. That should do. Guess we don't want to eat the sticker. Well, I took out my dumplings and I'm just going to set those aside so that everything will fit into the steamer basket. I will just place them back on top. And I don't know, when it gets done, if they don't seem like they're steamed enough for my liking, then maybe I'll just move the cabbage down to the bottom with the rice. But there, I think I've got all of those dumplings back in there. So I'm just going to put cabbage in there. I'll come back in and move it around because I don't want to block those holes so that the steam can't get in there. Just gonna put the lid on, and I'm going to hit the cook button, And then just leave it be for a while. While everything is cooking in the rice cooker, I'm going to make up a quick little sauce in my itty bitty little mason jar here. Just putting in some minced garlic. I'm gonna drizzle in some soy sauce. Some red wine vinegar. A smidge of ketchup for some sweetness. And just a sprinkling of crushed red pepper. While the cook cycle is done, and I think we're almost there, but I'm probably going to move some things around. I'm going to fluff up this rice. And then restart it. I could have done a little less rice, but I'm used to having a larger rice cooker. And I downsized when I got this one. But I'm going to move my cabbage down. Those peppers. And I'm just going to kind of stir those veggies in with the rice. And then pour that sauce in there as well. More stirring. Those dumplings back in. Put the lid on. And I'm going to hit cook again, but I'm going to be right back in here to check on them in a few minutes. I'm going to remove the pot stickers and set them aside while I scoop out some of the rice and the cabbage and peppers. You know, I just really wasn't feeling like having any onions today. That's a little odd for me. Usually put onions in everything, but today just didn't feel like it. And this is the perfect quick fix meal. We are going trick-or-treating with whoever shows up. They all know where we're meeting, but we love Halloween, and I mean, sometimes I kind of want to stay home and pass out candy, but we just can't pass up the chance to see our little grandbabies trick-or-treating and having fun. Just gonna get some of those dumplings on my plate here, or my bowl, and then drizzle a little bit of soy sauce on top. And that is dinner for Thursday. Oh my gosh, I don't know why, but I had insomnia so bad last night, and I'm so tired today. I got no sleep. So it's a Little Caesars night. I did pick up some Italian cheese bread, which I have a couple pieces on my plate already. And I got a couple of thin crust pizzas. This one is half and half, pepperoni, olive, and mushroom, because that's what I was feeling. I got some extra cheese too. The other one on the bottom is just a pepperoni. We do have a grandkid coming over to spend the night tonight, and he is basic, so just pepperoni on 1.5 of the pizzas. And there's my dinner. Happy Friday. We made it. All I can say is I'm struggling a little bit here. I don't know what to make for dinner, and it's mostly because I'm not even hungry, but it's 6 o'clock and I don't know. I'm assuming we're going to want to eat today. But I figure I have some ground beef. It looks like it's about 2 pounds. And I'm just going to get that browned up and see what happens. I'm just going to pour in some salt and some pepper. Now that the ground beef is brown, I'm just going to add some minced garlic. I did add some water to this jar just because I want to clean it out and have some liquid to steam the cabbage. So the other day when I made the meal in the rice cooker, I just went ahead and chopped up the rest of that cabbage and that green bell pepper. I just figured that since I was using some of it, then I might as well go ahead and chop the whole head of cabbage up, and then one day, like today, when I'm looking for something to make, and then that cabbage would just already be ready. So I'm going to add the whole bag if I can fit it in there, because cabbage cooks down a lot.
Mama.
Yeah. Cooking. Cooking. So for now I'm just going to put a lid on that and let it steam and kind of reduce in the pan. Alright, it's been about 15 minutes or so. As you can see, it has cooked down a lot. I actually have more room in my pan. I'm going to add a can of diced tomatoes and green chilies. It's going to be introducing a little more liquid, and that is fine. Now, some people add like a tomato sauce or something to their cabbage. I'm not going to. Bill and I both have like sensitivity to tomato-based foods, so I tend to not use tomato sauce a lot. Next, I have a package of beefy onion soup mix. Just going to sprinkle that right in there. I did not add any fresh onion. I just haven't been doing onion this week. For one, I don't want to chop it, and for two, it's just not been sounding good to me. And I like onions, but sometimes and not as much as others. Off camera, I just added some salt and pepper. I've got some canned corn and some butter on the back burner. Let's stir in the salt and pepper. I know I put some on the meat, but you know, cabbage and any vegetable really just tastes better with a little salt on it. And we have 2 grandkids over tonight, so in my air fryer, I am just going to whip up some French fries and some dino nuggets for them. This is not really like a kid-friendly meal. I mean, I think my kids liked it when they were younger. Some of them, maybe not all of them, but these days, I don't think a whole lot of kids are into cabbage. That looks really good to me. Look in my home. So what you heard was my little granddaughter. She was pretty amazed at the Christmas decorations that I have put out so far. Is the little salt and pepper set that I got for Thanksgiving, the little turkey, and the roasting pan, and they just stack like that. I just thought it was adorable. And I picked those up at Cracker Barrel, and I think it was like 99 cents for each one. Anyway, that is how dinner turned out tonight. It looks so good, and everything just kind of absorbed into it, and looks like it's going to be nice and flavorful. And I have my corn on the side. And I am going to end out this video now. It is Saturday. I have 2 grandkids spending the night. They are cousins, so we always get our cousin time, mix them up here and there. It's just kind of what the need is, who needs babysitting and whatnot. So anyway, I am ready to eat. As you can tell, it is dark outside. It is 7 o'clock. It's been a busy weekend, like always. But thank you for coming by, and I will see you in the next one. What are you eating?
French fry.
French fry. Is it yummy? Can you tell everyone bye for now?